Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Live from the Lesson Studio tonight. We're going to take a look at the Hoagy Carmicheal tune called Georgia. This is one of my favorite all-time pieces of music. It's very complicated, lots of good stuff going on here. So I'm playing out of the Fractal Audio FM9. I've got the Roland JC120 sound underneath for the comped guitar part with lots of multi-delay, and I'm playing out of a matchless DC30 for my clean guitar tone right now. That's the sound I'm using. Let's take a look at the chords of the song here. So F major 7 starts the whole thing off. Then we have this E minor 7. It's actually a minor 7 flat 5 to this A7. It's written as a half diminished chord, but I believe it's more of a minor 7 flat 5 because it's a 2 chord to this A7. So A7 should be a minor chord in the key of F. We should have Do, Re, Mi in the key. However, we're playing this as a A7. So if you see a 7th chord that's out of place, it's immediately telling you it's a secondary dominant. And what does a secondary dominant mean? It means it's supposed to be a minor chord, but instead it's a dominant chord because it's the 5 of D minor, which is the 6th. So we have the 1 chord, this 2-5, a minor 2-5. So this chord here is going to be the 7 chord of F major, which so happens to be the 2 chord of A7, which is the 5 chord of D minor. It's really slick. And then we have this walk down to the D minor over C, and that's giving us this this walking bass line. And from there, we're going to go to G over B. Now G over B is actually kind of out of key as well because that's supposed to be G minor. Just keep that in mind. We have this little 2-5. It's got like a chromatic 2-5 out of place there. And then we have 1 dominant 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5 augmented. Boy, is that a neat progression. Okay, so that's the chord progression for the first 8 measures. It's a 32-bar form, standard jazz tune. You have 8 measures of the A section, 8 measures of the B section, then there's a C section, which is this really cool bridge, and back to 8 measures of the A section again. 32-bar jazz tune. So the second ending is going to go G minor 7 to C7 flat 9, and that's a 2 to a 5 with a flat 9, which again is a little out of place because that's supposed to be something we would reserve for a minor key, but instead we're going back to a major chord. So it's kind of just a little play on 7ths there. Then we have this E minor 7 to A7, which is a 2-5 again to the 6th chord. A standard 2-5 though, just a regular minor 7 to a dominant 7. Then we have, now we're kind of in the bridge section here. We're starting on the minor key, which is related to F major. So the bridge is in the minor key. We have D minor 7 to A7 over C sharp. So that's 1 to 5. 1, 5, 1. But C sharp is a chromatic walk down from A7, which is beautiful. Then it goes like this. Back to the 1 chord again with a chromatic walk down to the 7th. Watch how slick this is. We have this to this to this to this. That is gorgeous. Now this B half diminished chord, it's fully diminished at this moment, but you can look at it either way. In the melodic minor, D melodic minor scale, that's your 6th chord. So he knew exactly what he was doing there. He went from 1 in the relative minor to 5 with a chromatic walk down to 1 again with a chromatic walk down to this 6th chord. Woo, is that nice? And does it again. This time it's minor major 7 chord, which is the 1 chord in the melodic minor scale. Oh my gosh, he does the D minor chord to the 1 chord of to this C sharp in the bass though. It's even slicker, it's this. So he's playing the 1 chord in melodic minor with the 7th in the bass. Boy, is that slick. It goes like this. And then the chromatic walk down to C, then to B minor 7, to E7. Now we're kind of out of the woods there. The 2-5, 2-5. That is some seriously kick-ass writing. D minor, walk down chromatically for the 5 chord. Should walk down chromatically for the 7 in the bass for the 1 chord to the 6 chord. 1 chord, 5 chord chromatic walk down, and then the same thing again, the 1 chord with the 7th in the bass, which is chromatic below that, to the 6th chord, the fully diminished or half diminished, whichever one you want to play. D minor here, which is like the 1 chord, and then the 1 chord, minor major 7 chord, is the 1 chord in melodic minor. He's just sort of flip-flopping, putting that in the bass, which is so beautiful. The chromatic walk down again, look at this. And there's a breath of fresh air, 2-5, another 2-5, another 2-5. So what does that mean? So going through the circle of 4th, which is the circle of 5th backwards, you can just see we're just 2-5ing the keys. This is the A minor has 3 keys, D has, A has 3 sharps, D has 2 sharps, G has 1 sharp, C has no sharps. So we're kind of just going, and this is augmented, which is just this like, leads to the half-step lead into the A note, which is a third of the major chord. That's it. And then this 2-5 again, the minor, secondary dominant, walk down on the 1 chord, first inversion G chord, a chromatic 2-5, 3, dominant 6, 2, dominant 5 with a flat 9 to 1. That is absolutely gorgeous. I played the first ending twice, so I don't play that for too long. You'll notice I was doing some walk downs here with this tritone substitution in the bass too. So kind of going, which also sounds quite awesome on this. Now, the melody is very simple. Right there in that kind of pentatonic scale position. So it's very singable. So just a very pretty melody that's kind of weaving in and out of those chords, and it's beautiful. During the bridge, the melody is really beautiful too. It has a kind of a hemiola in there, like a triplet a whole, like a half note triplet in there too, which is kind of nice. So soloing over top of this, let's take a look how we would do that. So I played through that twice, and thank you for letting me do that. That is some seriously great writing. Oh my goodness, those chords are so much fun to play over. I can't even stand it. I could do that for a month and never stop playing. So what I'm doing here, it's when you're studying guitar, like jazz guitar, you want to call it jazz guitar, jazz blues, kind of more uh, playing through the chords like this, you need to learn your chords, your scales, and your arpeggios because they all interlace and overlap, and you can learn to play solos with the chords of the songs or with chords that are substitutions for chords of the song. So a lot of times there I was playing stuff that's not even necessarily the actual chords of the songs, but substitute chords that you can play over top of other chords that sound good, so you can accentuate like the 9 or the 11 or 13, or even some of those chromatic notes where you're highlighting the flat 9s and the flat 5s and the chromatic movement of those notes. There's a lot of deep studying going on to learn to play over chord changes. It is absolutely worth your time. Like I know I love to profess about playing the pentatonic scale, getting to just jam out and rock out, and I love to do that. There's something about playing over chord changes like this that's really a fun thing to work for your entire life. We're always trying to get better at it. Like I feel like I'm scratching the surface all the time, but I keep working and working and working at it. So hopefully, hello, how you doing? Nice to see you. We're doing Georgia on my mind. Let's go back through the chords again one more time. Well, thank you so much for letting me play for you today. I had a great time playing that piece of music. I love it. I would recommend studying that piece. Keep working on your jazz chops. It is a fun thing to do. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do these lessons after my teach lessons in person. a lot of nights here in my studio, so keep an eye out for them, and we'll catch you next time.